She made me ache just looking at her. This reaction to a stranger joining in the group for dinner was perplexing. She was a smooth-faced, middle-aged beauty with a soft, confident glow. She smiled like the enchanting young women painted on the metal trays that decorated the walls of an old rural restaurant in Mexico that I saw as a child. Her white peasant blouse was beautifully embroidered with large, colorful flowers, typical of what Frida Kahlo would wear. I sat at the other end of the table, awkwardly trying to be nonchalant, as my eyes exposed me. Thankfully, I seemed invisible. In spite of the noise of a restaurant full of people lively, conversing, her smooth voice stood out as if she was in an empty room, reciting a story. There was something incredibly familiar about her. Her Spanish was perfect and fluid, with an undercurrent of groomed politeness, the same used by the women in my family. Where was this ache coming from? I suddenly felt like a plant from another climate. All my American memories receded and disappeared. Suddenly, Mexico hit like a tsunami. Images of buying dried chiles from the market, kneeling at the cathedral with my grandmother, a black and white movie of a singing mariachi I paid for with a peso, playing with little skeletons for the Day of the Dead, getting tanned in Acapulco, sleeping under a net in Veracruz while visiting my family, riding a chalupa in Mexico City, standing in front of the Aztec calendar. I had to look away from her for a moment to stop the flood of images before my eyes overflowed. She was like a ghost of Mexico past, before criminal greed took over the country and repeatedly bludgeoned her with impunity. The violence dulled so much that even those outside of Mexico felt the loss. The dinner was over. The women were joyfully hugging and saying goodbye as if nothing had happened. I had to embrace this stranger, this Frida that was returning to Mexico. I prayed that she survived. There will be better days for Mexico. One day, I will see her again.